yellow from stim, if not from engaging. And now he's moving out with those tanks. Apparently heard me. And this is going to be trouble for the little one. The little one cannot engage and rage with these siege tanks. They will rip him to shreds. Oh, he's making me eat my words. He has jumped on top of these siege tanks. And it looks like with these queens in here, he is going to take them down. And wow, excellent play by the little one. I thought that was going to go the other way there for a minute, but those queens tanked some serious tank damage and then jumped right on top of him and ripped him apart. Excellent play by the little one. That's why he's a pro and in the MLG. And let's see. Looks like we've got infestors on the way now for the little one. Infestors able to throw down those infested Terrans right on top of tanks, or fungal growth is great against the bio units, freezes them in place, will allow Zerglings or Roaches to run in and kill everything before they can retreat. And you know how Marines and Marauders like to do that stutter step retreat. Here we go, TLO throwing up another expansion here. It looks like Painuser thinking about taking a third base as well. And TLO does not want that base getting scouted, but it looks like it already has been. The SCV at least saw the creep there. SCV gonna make sure there's no gold expansion shenanigans happening, as that would be very bad for Painuser. But TLO has decided to stick to blue minerals for the time being. And here come those infestors. Moving out across the map. Gonna hide in the steam by the Zelnaga watchtower for a second, and man, this is a hard position to push though, even if you do have infestors, because those siege tanks just have such long range. You almost need a massive force of Zerglings to take out this position, or some air units. But here we go, we've got a Roach and an Infestor coming out. And boom, the Infestor tanks the first shot so that the Roach can get in range and throw down that fungal growth. But I don't know if it was worth it, losing a Roach and Infestor just to get one fungal growth out. Those units are going to get healed up right away, and the tank can be repaired. So, not sure if that was worth it. TLO is going to have to adjust his playstyle a little bit here. Although he doesn't seem to have any plans on doing that. He's going to try it again, it looks like. And another fungal growth being thrown down. And he got slowed by those concussive shells, but he did lure a Marine and a Marauder out. Oh, but he loses the Infestor. Not a good trade for TLO. And it looks like he's seen this expansion here, but Painuser just moving out with a massive ball of Marines and Marauders. And fungal growth going down, getting a couple of Marauders. But Painuser's force is larger right now, so not sure. Wow, but a lot of fungal growths going down. And without the ability to micro, those Marines and Marauders can get themselves in a lot of trouble. Here come the Roaches trying to take out those weakened units that were hurt by the fungal growth, but these tanks just drive them back at that long range, supporting their infantry. So good play by Painuser. Painuser does have weapon and vehicle upgrades coming out now, as well as armor upgrades for his infantry. And, well, he's got a sensor tower down. So, I've been seeing sensor towers more and more in these games. Interesting play. So it looks like we're going to have the old Mexican standoff here, as both players have their third expansion up and are kind of facing off with each other. This creep ever expanding closer and closer to the base of Painuser. Burrow now coming out for TLO. And you can see here the Roaches do have Tentacling Claws, so if they were to burrow, they could move and burrow at the same time. This Planetary Fortress, though, very, very tough unit, or tough structure to engage with a Zerg force, especially a ground force, especially with a lot of units backing it up. Man, I would almost retreat and come through. Yeah, look at this. He's sending Zerglings through here, but oh, there are bunkers there. And while those Zerglings get ripped up by these bunkers, we're going to see Painuser advancing with those tanks. And look at this, though. The Zerglings have gotten up into the main of Painuser. And wow, we've got kind of a battle on two fronts. Fungal growth going down on those Marines. And here come the Roaches to engage the Marauders. And the Roaches doing a lot of damage to those Marauders, having to back up to get out of range with those siege tanks. And more fungal growths going down. It looks like the Roaches are going to scamper back forward. They know they're out of range this far back. And can they take down this Marine Marauder force? It looks like they're at least going to repel them. No, the Marines and Marauders come right back, being killed up by a lot of medvacs overhead. And down goes the expansion. Those medvacs get frozen in place, but he's got nothing really to take them out. It looks like he chucked a few. Oh, I see Broodlords on the field now. Broodlords getting chucked at those siege tanks. Excellent counter to siege tanks, but Vikings on the field now to counter the Broodlords. And TLO once again forced to back off. It is not good that he lost that expansion, that hatchery expansion. And look at this, TLO now engaging again, pushing forward with these Marines, Marauders, and medvacs. And TLO doing his best to repel this attack, throwing down fungal growths, microing the Broodlords backwards. But the Vikings do have a lock on those Broodlords now. And you can see the fire coming out at them. And it looks like TLO is one on the ground, but Painuser still has air superiority with that Viking, which is quickly going down. Yes, he takes it out with that Queen. So it looks like TLO is going to hold the day, but he needs to do something now because on 3 bases, the Terran player will very, very quickly start to macro ahead of TLO. He needs to get that 3rd base operational, and he's trying to counterattack here to keep the Terran player busy while he gets his base back up and running. But wow, this force just very, very close to coming after this base again. And it looks like he's going to wait for it to get up and then knock it down again. And I don't know if TLO has the forces to repel this. He's got a Broodlord and a Corruptor. Corruptor probably out there to try and deal with those Vikings that were doing so much damage to Broodlord. Oh my goodness, TLO running right in range of those siege tanks and realizing it was a mistake and running back. Siege tank, such a tough unit to deal with if you're Zerg. And actually, if you're any race, siege tanks are kind of tough to deal with. Protoss Zealot rushes some serious damage, but and look at this, he has leapfrogged 1 tank into range of that hatchery after it goes up, so he can't cancel the hatchery now. He's got to commit and defend it or counterattack, and he's decided to counterattack. And here you see those roaches, and with the Corruptor overhead, he's taken out both those bunkers. But here comes the main Painuser force, and that is a very large army. And I don't think TLO has the forces to deal with this. He's going straight after the main, trying to do maybe enough damage to slow this bunch down. But I think this attack's going to be pretty much a failure. Bunch of Overlords moving in here. Oh, Zerglings though. Maybe that attack was just a feint. It looks like he has cleaned up the tanks. Oh, I'm sorry. He just forced the tanks to pull back. And now those tanks are getting ready to attack again. And a few Zerglings here to defend. But this stimmed up army is coming right after this expansion. This expansion is going to go down again. Wow, TLO can really not afford to lose. And there's the GG. Great game played by TLO, but in the end, that heavy artillery from the Terran is just too much. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This is Lasercorn with Mahalo Video Games. If you have any requests for games you want casted, go ahead and send those over to requests@mahalo.com. Also, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to these videos.